Hello and welcome to this election special. Over the next half hour, I'll take you through the lanes and bylines of Kerala as we set out on a journey to gauge the mood in the poll-bound state. It's a state that sees alternate governments coming to power every 5 years. And this time around, the LDF government led by Pinarayi Vijayan sounds very confident of retaining the state. But will LDF's crisis management come to help them in the election? Or will the Sabrimala and gold smuggling case come to haunt Pinarayi Vijayan? We will get to know on May the 2nd. In the meantime, here is a report when I set out on a journey in the campaign trail with Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan in his home constituency, Dharmadam in Kannur.
Surrounded by rivers and water bodies, Dharmodam is a tranquil little village in Kerala. But the political temperature of this village is high. All thanks to the man representing this constituency in the upcoming Kerala Assembly elections. Dharmodam constituency is a result of the delimitation process in 2011. Since then, the constituency has always sent CPM candidates to represent them in the State Assembly. In 2016, the constituency first caught the eye after Pinarayi Vijayan decided to contest in the elections after a gap of 20 years. Five years down the line, Dharmodam is in focus because it remains the sitting Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan's constituency.
This time around, with yet another elections round the corner, they are eagerly waiting for their candidate. This time, it's a very special candidate, and that is none other than Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. The people of this constituency call him, with love, Vijayan Chetan, or Vijayan, the elderly brother.
They throng his campaign venues. Listening to his words, they break out into loud cheers at his punchlines. The Kerala Chief Minister's election routine is hectic. He begins his campaigning in the morning when he starts off from his home village of Pinarayi, and then he tries to reach out to every corner of his constituency. Hundreds of people gather at each location, where the Chief Minister would give a comparatively short speech, never more than 30 minutes. His focus mostly on the achievements of his government.
There is no doubt about the winning of Comrade Pinarayi. He will succeed. Everything was available here. No other problems. Even no other political problem or any other law and order problem or any problem was here. And living standard, it also increased.
As CM Pinarayi Vijayan swifts from one campaign to the other, we meet a party cadre of his who would easily catch anyone's interest. 28-year-old Linish says that he's a daily wage worker who has turned himself into a walking, talking campaign symbol. Across our journey in Dharmodam, we noticed that the social schemes of the current government was the hot topic of discussion and debate. With the LDF supporters singing paeans to the government, while the opposition alleged that pension and distribution of food kit schemes were nothing but an eyewash by the government. At our final venue, tracking CM Vijayan's campaign, we met Sujata. About 40-year-old, this lady drives a rickshaw to earn her living. She says she was among the first women rickshaw drivers in the region. She says that during the lockdown, when there was no income, it was the free food kit that kept them alive.
100 രൂപ വരെ പണിയെടുത്ത കാലമുണ്ട് ഈ കൊറോണ വന്ന സമയത്ത്. പക്ഷെ ഞങ്ങൾക്കെല്ലാം നല്ലൊരു കാര്യമായിരുന്നു വെച്ചാൽ ആ കിറ്റാണ് ഉപകാരമായത്.
It is precisely at this location in Parappuram, so that is the name of the locality in Pinarayi village, where Communist Party first took shape way back in 1939.
Thermodam is considered a safe seat for the CPM, and for a reason too. Then Pinarayi Vijayan contested the seat in 2016 and he increased the margin to a mammoth 37,905 against the same candidate that the Congress put up. The LDF supporters say their interest in Thermodam is only academic because it is but a question of what the winning margin will be this time and nothing else.
While talking about the crisis management of the LDF government over the last 5 years, how can we possibly not mention one lady who has been nicknamed the coronavirus slayer for the way she had handled this deadly pandemic? Up next, I'm taking you to Mattanur on a campaign trail with Kerala's Health Minister.
Popularly known as Shailaja Teacher, Kerala's Health Minister KK Shailaja has emerged as one of the most popular faces in the Pinarayi Vijayan cabinet. And this time the party has entrusted her with contesting from a new seat, Mattanur in northern Kerala. And that's exactly where she's campaigning. The day starts at 9 a.m. Her strategy is to focus on small meetings and crisp speeches before she sets out for a road show in the town.
This is my home constituency and I have so many friends and that people know me very well.
After a few stops, which include a quick lunch and snacks with supporters, it's time to visit former colleagues in Mattanur High School. Shailaja had left teaching to join full-time politics, but it is her teaching experience that she still applies to her new profile.
When I was teaching in Shivapura High School, party asked me to contest in Kuthuvaramba constituency and I won there with a very good majority and I became the people's representative first time.
She is very effective. I never thought, in fact, earlier, she is so effective in her jobs and she will be able to do much better in politics.
During the Nipah virus outbreak in 2018, Shailaja camped in Kochi for nearly a month. The COVID-19 pandemic gave Shailaja Teacher an even tougher challenge as it literally separated her from her family for over a year. She had to stay put in Thiruvananthapuram because of COVID-19 regulations as she constantly monitored the situation.
Last 1 year, I tied up to Trivandrum because of this COVID-19 pandemic. We have a state control cell there and from that control cell we keep in contact with each and every state and that way we give messages and trainings and everything to the districts and we got the issues and problems from districts also in each and every day.
The day comes to an end with another road show. But despite the hectic schedule, the energy of the campaign refuses to die down.
Well, spending time with politicians is not all that I've been doing over the last week in the goat zone country. I visited Thalassery, which used to be an important trade link during the British colonial era and is now famous for its authentic dum biryani. Take a look at this report. Thalassery in Kannur district is known across the world for its authentic biryani. This biryani, made with a fusion of ethnic spices from the region, has attracted thousands and thousands of people from across the globe. Having said this, this region also has a lot of importance while speaking about the colonial era of the country. Like this fort where I'm standing, there are many such contributions which were made by the foreigners because this acted as an important trade link between the Europeans and the people of the state.
Thalassery's dum biryani is regarded as one of the most flavorful variant of biryanis.
I'm going to show you the whole process of preparation, making from the first scratch to the final point of plating a Thalassery dum biryani. So I will find out what's inside.
The kitchen at Rara Avis never sleeps, and work starts at 5 in the morning. On an average day, the restaurant sells about 500 to 700 plates of biryani. This requires large quantities of onions, tomatoes, and spices.
Explain, what is this chicken?
This is chicken, Leghorn chicken, that prepared locally in known as Thalassery biryani.
Okay. So what is speciality of Leghorn chicken? Why do we choose Leghorn?
It will take time to prepare more than 1.5 years to complete the food.
This special chicken comes from Namakkal in Tamil Nadu.
What is this masala that we are using?
We are using only normal local masala, only ginger, garlic, tomato, onion or garam masala.
Thalassery biryani is prepared exclusively using the small fine kaima or jeera kashala rice. And this rice is sourced from faraway West Bengal.
Now we have the rice which needs to be cooked. So the water is boiling. Can you, sir, please explain what are the things that is going inside?
Local garam masala, pata, krambo, yelaga, and biryani pasta.
After 3 hours of effort, the Thalassery biryani is now ready to be served.
Time now for a very quick break, but don't go anywhere because on the other side of the show, we will discuss about BJP's prize position in the battle for ballot in Kerala and some more lip-smacking food. Welcome back to the special presentation on elections 2021 in the state of Kerala. Elattuvalapil Sridharan, often referred to as India's Metro Man, needs no introduction whatsoever. For years, he has been celebrated as the chief architect of the Konkan Railways as well as Delhi and Kochi Metro. He also has a huge fan following which is cutting across party lines in the state. However, E. Sridharan's entry into politics as a candidate for the Bharatiya Janata Party in Palakkad came as a surprise and shock for many. Up next, we bring you this report on campaign trail with India's Metro Man, who is trying to garner as many votes as he can for the Saffron Party in Kerala's Palakkad constituency. Take a look.
The Metro Man in a new avatar. After dedicating 67 years of his life towards improving India's transport infrastructure, E. Sridharan has started a new innings at the age of 89. He is contesting his first elections as a BJP candidate from Palakkad, once described as the greenery of Kerala.
It has been hectic, no doubt, but very encouraging, very encouraging. Wherever I have gone, their acceptance and reception has been very, very encouraging.
India Today spent a day tracking Sridharan's campaign. He started his day from Palakkad Fort, offered prayers at the Anjaneya temple. Then the actual canvassing started as he moved from one point to another, meeting voters. Jobs, he says, is a focus area for him.
This Kerala is highly literate. There are so many people well educated, but they are not able to find jobs. Job opportunities absolutely nil here. because there are no industries. Unless industries come, nation cannot build up wealth.
Sridharan promises to use his decades of technical knowledge and expertise to help the people of Kerala.
I have gained a lot of experience. And I have also gained a lot of expertise, technical knowledge. I felt this knowledge and experience should be made available to people of my area. The only way is enter into politics. Mere entering into politics is not enough. You must have some position of power.
Sridharan often faces questions on his choice of party. The BJP's best tally in Kerala is the one seat it won in the last elections. In a state with significant minority population, the BJP is yet to win their confidence. The party's campaign hinges on its promise to enforce traditions in Sabrimala. It has also pledged a new law against religious conversions. Sridharan says he agrees with his party's views on these issues. From Sabrimala,
This government, instead of supporting the people of Kerala and respecting their sentiments and their religious feelings, they decided this is the way now to demolish all the temples. LDF government has been systematically destroying our systems and our temples.
to love jihad.
These are nothing to do with the progress of the country. I am a person committed for the development of the country.
Okay.
Now, love jihad, that is happening in Kerala. Nobody would like it, would like to have it.
To cow slaughter.
A live cow is being brought to the center of the road, butchered there, then they make meat out of it, and meat festival is organized. No, this sort of thing, why is it necessary? If they want to eat meat, let them eat it quietly at home. Why do this sort of thing and injure the sentiments and feelings of Hindus?
Now, in the past, he faced many challenges in his career, but he overcame all of them. This time around, he faces a brand new challenge, but he hopes that the people in Palakkad will accept his vision for change and development that he's trying to bring in.
Now from Palakkad, let's move a little upwards to Wayanad district, which is represented in the parliament by Rahul Gandhi. But that is not the only thing that makes Wayanad popular. This northern district of Kerala houses 18% of the overall tribal population in the state. It is in this district that you see the Kuruchiyar tribe, who are known as the best archers among the tribal communities in the country. Take a look at this report.
The Wayanad Lok Sabha constituency that Rahul Gandhi represents is made up of 7 assembly segments spread across 3 districts. But the Wayanad district actually accounts for only 3 out of those 7 segments, and 2 of those seats are reserved for scheduled tribes. There is a reason for that. According to census data, 18% of Kerala's tribal population can be found in the Wayanad district. So this is a land not only famous for its pristine natural beauty, but also known for a vibrant tribal culture that flourishes here. It is here that one meets the Kuruchiyar tribe, known to produce the best archers in Kerala. A Kuruchiyar septuagenarian Govindan Ashan is a living legend in the area, acclaimed for his skill with the bow and arrow.
Today we have come to Ambalavail village in Wayanad district of Kerala. So we are going to meet a person, a very elderly man, who is trying to preserve the ethnic culture and traditions of the tribal communities in this district. He is Govindan Masha, or Govindan Ashan as people call him with love. So we are going to meet him today, and we are going to get introduced to a lot of skills and techniques which he has inherited from his tribal ancestors.
Govindan makes his own bows and arrows. He also runs a small training facility where he teaches archery to youngsters.
ഓരോ ഐറ്റംസും വലിയവർക്കും ആൾക്കനുസരിച്ച് വില്ലാണ്. കാരണം വലിയവർക്ക് വലുത്, ചെറിയവർക്ക് ചെറുത്, അങ്ങനെ അനുസരിച്ചുള്ള വില്ലാണ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്നത്. കാരണം സ്പോർട്സ് ഐറ്റംസ് അല്ല.
Modernization has impacted Govindan's way of life. He feels that the traditional skills like archery is on the wane.
ഇപ്പോൾ വെച്ചാൽ ഈ കാട്ടിൽ ഇപ്പം ഇല്ല അങ്ങനെ. കാരണം ഇപ്പം അന്ന് മിക്ക ആദിവാസികൾക്കും അമ്പും ഉണ്ട്. കാരണം മെയിനായി ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അങ്ങാണ്. മറ്റുള്ള എല്ലാവർക്കും അത്യാവശ്യത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. അത് ഉപയോഗത്തിന് വേണ്ടി മാത്രം ഉപയോഗമുള്ളൂ.
For Govindan, elections do not matter much. If there is one thing he wants the politicians and governments to do, it is to preserve the tribal way of life that has existed here in these forests from before there was anything else here.
തടസ്സം ചില ഉദ്യോഗസ്ഥന്മാർ അവരെ പിടിക്കുക, കേസാക്കുക, ഇതൊക്കെ. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ അതിനെപ്പറ്റി ഇപ്പോൾ ട്യൂഷനെ പറ്റി ചെന്നപ്പോൾ അനവധി ആൾക്കാർ പറഞ്ഞു, കാരണം ചേട്ടാ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഇതൊന്നും നിരോധിക്കാനുള്ള വകുപ്പ് ഇന്ത്യൻ ഭരണഘടനയിലില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചു, കാരണം ഞങ്ങൾ നായാട്ടടിച്ച് ഏറി വന്ന് എത്രല്ലേ കിട്ടുള്ളൂ.
Well, that was the shortest time I've ever taken to get introduced into a new skill. Undoubtedly, it's a commitment of people like Govindan Ashan who are going to preserve our culture and tell stories of our past to the coming generation. And as promised, now it's time for some lip-smacking Unniyappams for you, and time has come for me to wrap up this special bulletin. Thanks for watching. So I'm just going to enter inside the kitchen, which is buzzing with activities. It's waiting for the morning guests to arrive, and they're preparing the Unniyappam and idli.
Unniyappam, a local sweet quite popular in Kerala. During elections, it makes for a hearty snack between campaigning. And best of all, the Unniyappam itself is apolitical. Finding favor with all supporters of all ideologies. The small snack is prepared with rice powder, banana, ghee, fried coconuts and spices. And while there is no one single way of making Unniyappams, the preparation and taste does vary from region to region. Unniyappam is important in Kerala for another reason. It is given as prasadam at many a temple in the state, including the politically charged one at Sabrimala.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.